It's been good for the last 3 weeks. We've been away in Tenerife. We've trained really hard. We've come back this week and we with a game against Hibs, a bounce game behind closed doors on Tuesday, which sharpened everybody up, sharpened minds and players. And I feel we're ready to go. We did make changes to what we done when we came back against Ross County. It's difficult because the Championship teams, they're right up there. Dundee are right up there. Ross County were top of the league at the time and they continue to play games. So it's important that we come back really sharp, and we've learned our lesson from that, so we'll be ready to go. We did have a game in Tenerife, but I felt we probably needed another one in terms of coming back for the Ross County game. And we came against a very confident Ross County side who had continued to play for 3 weeks, and we had introduced new players into it as well. So I think it's a wee bit different. We've only introduced one new player. The boys that have come back have been playing on a regular basis. But the signs that I seen on Tuesday against Hibs, I thought we were excellent. I thought some of our football was very, very good, but our energy levels were very high. And that's the important thing into Saturday's game. I think it inspires you, what it brought for the football club in terms of finance and recognition and, players getting moves off the back of it. I think it was very beneficial for everybody, and you always think if you could go again, if you a little bit of luck along the way that you need, and it's certainly a motivating factor because the boys that were here knew how good it was, and the Scottish Cup is the one where the media, there's a lot of media attention on it, and it's highlighted when you do well. So it's certainly a great opportunity for us. I think he can play in all three positions. He's a player who excites me. He's another young player with pace, energy, invention, and I think he fits into what we're trying to do. He can play anywhere across the front three. He can play as a number 9. We played him left and right in the game against Hibs, and he was electric at times, really quick. He'll get more of an understanding of what we want from him. Every manager is different, what they require, and he's getting there. But I think he's brought a real freshness to the camp as well. People have been impressed with him, and it's always nice to add a new face. Everyone's fit. We've got people all available. Liam Donnelly's been back in training now for 3 or 4 days. Got 30 minutes against Hibs. So whether this comes a little bit too early for a full 90 minutes, we'll have a look at that with 3 games in a week. Illich and Sloth have trained well, looking like they're a little bit fitter. Well, my hope is that they come a little bit like Alex Gorn a little bit later. It seems to take boys that come from a different environment a little bit longer to adjust. So yeah, we've got a lot of options at the moment. Mikel and Jolie comes into that as well. So no new injuries, bar David and Charles at this moment. Barry Maguire's the only one. He went over on his ankle in training. That may be a bit of a doubt.